75-62, Michigan goes down at home to Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Bogenschutz alongside Andre Barthwell. Obviously, a disappointing finish for the Wolverines after they go on the road and get a big win against Ohio State in Columbus. To come back here, just no energy from the get-go. Wisconsin jumped all over them 12-2, kind of the opposite of what happened in Madison, where Michigan was knocking down all their shots early and Wisconsin couldn't do it. They came in today on fire and ready to go.
Well, absolutely, the very opposite. Some of the players were talking about energy. Beilein just missed that, of course, and as he said, this is the Big Ten. Got to come every night to play. It was tough because the first half is what lost them the game. They just didn't hit shots, no ball movement. When you see no ball movement from Michigan, one-on-one play, that's usually a disaster for them. First half, that's what lost them the game.
0 assists in that first half, down 34-19 after 20 minutes. Ironically enough, it was one-on-one and giving the ball to one person that kind of kept Michigan in the game, got them back into the game, and that was Karis LeVert. 25 points for him. He was unstoppable, getting to the rim, knocking down shots. The one guy who really Michigan could go to and say, go get us some buckets.
He's been proving that on and on this season. It was one-on-one, but like Coach Beilein said, they did run some plays for him, particularly mid-shot clock where it was his decision to go on a play. I was disappointed at the fact that they got it to 52-59 and then no Karis. I think he touched the ball maybe once. That was a little disappointing because he had played so well. He had brought them back. I want to say this about Nick Stauskas. Going to have to find a way to really work harder in terms of just becoming available. Maybe it's not going to always be points. Maybe it's going to be assists and a rebound. Him and Glenn. It's not always going to be about points with those two, but you're going to have to find other ways to help your team because it can't be a one-man show like it was tonight with Karis. And certainly with those two doing other things to help the team, it might have been different. But like I said, that first half really did them in. 34-19, that was difficult.
I want to get back to that point you made about Stauskas in a minute, but Frank Kaminsky, obviously the catalyst for Wisconsin, 25 points, 11 rebounds for him. Just took it upon himself in that post, one-on-one situations. He was able to get in there and finish, and then it was that step-back three at the top of the key, to kind of seal the deal for Wisconsin at the end.
I want to say somewhere around the 10-minute mark, he was close to a double-double already in the first 10 minutes of the game.
First career double-double, by the way, unbelievably.
What a time to have it. He was pretty emphatic on what he wanted to do today. When he got the ball, didn't lollygag with it. When his first two dribbles, if it wasn't there, he kicked it out, repositioned himself. I thought he played very well for a big man in terms of calling for the ball, taking advantage of his opportunities, and helping his team not only defensively, but obviously with the 25 points today.
Wisconsin got enough from three-point distance in this game, but they weren't necessarily white hot. Would you make a decision to double Kaminsky during that stretch when he got on fire in the second half?
You could say that, but I think about something Bo Ryan said. Someone asked him when Karis got going, why didn't you double? Then he said, well, who would you double? And same thing with Wisconsin. They have some pretty impressive three-point shooters the way Michigan does. So you pretty much just have to tell your guy, hey, you got to stay tough with him, stay the course. We showed you in the scouting report. But sometimes scouting reports can be thrown out the window with the way he played out here today. It was tough to deal with Frank because as I said earlier, he was so emphatic on what he wanted to do in terms of the offensive end.
10 for Glenn Robinson III, 11 for Nick Stauskas. You already mentioned Stauskas and talking about doing other things to try and make your team better. Is it a case of you're getting less opportunities, teams are really gearing up to stop you, and it can be frustrating? Maybe you take, not necessarily, you don't set a great screen for your teammate down below because you're thinking about getting out for your shot. What are some of those things that he can kind of start to learn here? Because it's been a rough couple of weeks from, he's been productive still, but it's been a lot more difficult.
It's been up and down. Any coach would tell you there's other things than just scoring. Defense, assists, setting screens, diving for loose balls, rebounding. He's going to have to get in the mode of that. The opportunities, they are there. he has to take advantage of them. He's kind of fallen in love sometime with the three or the jump shot when he is and has shown to be a terrific driver to the basket. So, and I'm sure they're driving that point home with Glenn too, but he just has to take advantage of his opportunities and understand, as I stated about Nick as well, you know, you're just going to have to do other things to help your team. And that's basically what a coach wants from you, not just scoring. That's just one part, because once another team focuses in on you and stop you, then what? What else do you have? So they're going to have to find other ways to help their team win.
Michigan drops to 10-3 in the conference. We'll obviously see what happens in East Lansing today. Michigan State hosting Nebraska, but Michigan now with a week off, they can get rested, get back to things. What do they need to focus on this week? Obviously, regardless of what the outcome is today in East Lansing, a huge game and a must-win if you really want to win this Big Ten championship.
Well, we talked about today being a must-win to kind of stay the course, but it didn't work out. Weeks like this are a coach's dream because the season is such a grind. You get a chance to settle them down, show them more video, show them little things that they could do better. So I think this will be a week that Coach Beilein really appreciates, just to kind of get them back to center square. Next week is going to be a huge game. It's different than the rest of the games. It's Michigan State. You know, it's your rival. So many things that go into you wanting to beat them, recruiting, state rights in terms of who won. But it's going to be difficult. But like Coach Ryan said and Coach Beilein said, this is the Big Ten. And Coach Ryan brought up a good point. He said, if you can tell me that those bottom four can't beat the top eight, then I don't know what to tell you, because they can. And we've said it last year. Now we're starting it again. This is the Big Ten. You know, you want to win all your games at home. It didn't happen, so you're going to have to find a way this Saturday against a team that's starting to get everyone back. Finally, now Michigan State's getting ready to get everyone back. They're coming in here, they're upset, you beat them at their place. Now you're going to have to find a way to win.
And we will see what happens with Michigan and Michigan State. Today, though, Michigan goes down to Wisconsin, 75-62 the final here in Ann Arbor.